Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Hi. We are from Group 9 Class D. We are going to present the Management Accounting Group project. We choose Nasi Goreng Chicken Chop from Santai Station, Varsity Mall, Main Campus UUM. Why we choose Nasi Goreng Chicken Chop? This is because Nasi Goreng Chicken Chop is one of the famous dish. Most of the students and staff from UUM will choose to eat at Santai Station. So next, we will move on to the table of content. In this presentation, we are going to talk about the introduction, labor, direct labor and indirect labor, manufacturing overhead, process of making nasi goreng chicken chop. Moving on to calculation of costing, determination of selling price, break-even sales, projected financial statements for 3 months, and also conclusion. First and foremost, introduction. Introduction consists of background story, product description, and also market segmentation. Background story. Encik Ahmad Zaini bin Omar or also been familiar with Uncle Zack is the owner of Santai Station located in Varsity Mall or V Mall, main campus UUM in Sintok, Kedah. Uncle Zack is originally from Kamunting, Taiping, Perak. He started his business, which is Santai Station, 8 months already since 2020. Santai Station is the main restaurant of his business. For now, he does not have any branches of his restaurant. Before he opened his own business in V Mall, he also ran up a company with a share partner in V Mall. The name of the restaurant is Sandwich Planet. It is located beside the Pizza Hut restaurant, which is at the main entrance of V Mall. When he ran the previous business with his partner, Encik Ahmad Zaidi already made the curry mee as his special dish at Sandwich Planet. When he ran his own business, he made the curry mee and western food as the main menu for Santai Station. The most famous western menu is pasta. It is one of the most favorite dishes from a variety of customers, but local students in UUM are more into nasi goreng chicken chop. Next, moving on to product description. Santai Station serves many types of dishes that customers can choose from. Various types of western foods and curry mee menu can be chosen. It consists of Santai snacks, Santai western, Santai soups, Santai pasta, Santai dessert, and also mee curry marvelous. Menu of price of each dishes can refer to the picture beside. Santai snacks consists of the roti bakar, which is the toast bread, tofu bergedil, french fries, cheesy wedges, and so on. It started from RM2 only. Next, we have the Santai soup, which consists of mushroom soup, with the price of RM6.90 only. While the Santai pasta, we have the beef bolognese, chicken carbonara, with the price from RM9.90 up to RM15.90. Then we have the Santai western, which is the most famous menu or dishes. We have the chicken chop nasi goreng with RM12.90. Market segmentation. So, what is market segmentation? Market segmentation is a marketing term that refers to aggregating prospective buyers into groups or segments with common needs and who respond similarly to a marketing action. At Santai Restaurant, they are mostly targeted to customers inside the UUM, which consists of students, lecturers, and also UEM staff. The peak hour of the business is lunch hours from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. At this time, most staff will have lunch at Santai Restaurant, as the Santai Restaurant located near to academic building, which are their offices. Students in UEM also will pass by Santai Restaurant at lunch hours, as they do not have classes during these hours. But most students will come to Santai Restaurant during the weekend or the day that they do not have the classes, as they need to walk Santai Restaurants from their Nasis at a decent distance. They also did the cash on delivery or COD method for those who cannot come by at the restaurant. The COD method consists of 3 slots, which are lunch, high tea, and dinner. The charge for COD in UEM is only RM2 per delivery. The uniqueness of the COD method offered by Santai Restaurant is the charge according to per delivery and not per order. It is relatively cheap when compared to other restaurants that offer the COD method. Santai Restaurant also adds on 15 cents for packaging COD if you want an optional of the food container.
2.0 Labor, direct labor and indirect labor. Santai Restaurant hired 2 workers and both are required to make the goods. Uncle Z himself is one of the direct labor for his business. Since the Movement Control Order (MCO) was implemented due to the COVID-19 outbreak hit the country, both workers are also work at the cashier and obligated to open and close the shop. One of his workers taking part in the process of preparing the rice. The process of mixing the chicken with the ingredients is doing by Uncle Z is the one whom taking over on frying the chicken after the customers making orders. Their wages were determined based on their skill, experience, and per month. The restaurant opened at 11 a.m. and closed at 10 p.m. and that is the working hours for the workers. It is open from Sunday till Thursday, just like the office work. The workers will get 2 days off and both are during the weekend. If there is any public holiday, they also get to enjoy the holiday. The basic wages that they will receive is RM35 a day. Both will receive their wages at the end of the month, which is on 26. For the total cost per month for a worker is RM910, and the total of direct labor is 1,820 ringgit. 3.0 Manufacturing overhead. Item that cannot be traced to the product. Firstly, depreciation frying pan. The price for frying pan is 36 ringgit. Multiply 7 and we get 252 ringgit. Why multiply 7? Because the Santai Restaurant have 7 frying pan. 252 ringgit divided by 12 months and multiply by 8 and we get 168 ringgit. Why multiply 8? Because we use this item for 8 months. Second, depreciation seed stove burner. 4,500 ringgit divide by 12 and multiply 8, we get 3,000 ringgit. Lastly, depreciation freezer, 1,588 ringgit 88 cents divide by 12 and multiply 8, we get 1,059 ringgit and 25 cents. The total cost per month for utility costs, which include rent, water bill and electric bill, is 5,000 ringgit. The quantity of oil is 10 packet per week and the total cost per month for oil is 130 ringgit, which is 5 ringgit multiplied at 26 days. For the maintenance cost, which means gas, we have 12 per month for the quantity, and the total cost per month for maintenance cost, which is gas, is 273 ringgit and 60 cents, which is 22 ringgit 88 80 cents multiplied by 12. And the total of all this item we get is 9,630 ringgit and 85 cents. 3.2 Item that can be traced to the product but too small to be classified as direct material or direct labor. First item is black pepper sauce, where we have 1.5 kilogram packet per month, and the egg we have 3 tray per month, and the third one is mixed vegetables, have 1 packet per week, and lastly sugar have quantity is 10 packet per month. The total cost per month for black pepper sauce is 15 ringgit, and for the egg, the price for 1 tray egg is 9 ringgit and 50 cents, and we multiply 3 and we get 28 ringgit and 50 cents. For mixed vegetables, the total cost per month is 28 ringgit and 60 cents. And for the sugar, the price for 1 packet sugar is 2 ringgit and 85 cents multiplied by 10, and we get 28 ringgit and 50 cents, and the total of this item is 100 ringgit and 60 cents. Next, we move to 3.3 overhead items that has to be assumed when this situation arises. First, depreciation of 7 pieces of frying pan is 168 ringgit for 8 months use. The owner bought it for 252 ringgit. Second, depreciation of 6 stove burner is 3,000 ringgit for 8 months use. The owner bought it for 4,500 ringgit. And then lastly, depreciation of freezer is 1,559 ringgit and 25 cents. The owner bought it for 1,588 ringgit and 88 cents. Next, 3.4 period cost, selling and administrative. We have only one packaging, which is container for only takeaway customer, and it is 50 cents only.
Next, we're going to show you the process of making nasi goreng chicken chop. So let's take a look to the video.
5.0 calculation of cost. Costing is done based on month production. Every day, almost over 30 plates average of nasi goreng chicken chop are sold to the customers. First, chicken. They have 22 pieces per week, and the total cost per week is 66 ringgit. Total cost per day is 30 ringgit and 20 cents, and we get total cost per month 30 ringgit and 20 cents multiplied by 26 days, and we get 343 ringgit 20 cents. For the rice, we have 5 kg per week. Total cost per week is Rm 12 ringgit and 90 cents, and total cost per day is 2 ringgit and 58 cents, and we get total cost per month 2 ringgit and 58 cents multiplied by 26 days, and we get 67 ringgit and 8 cents. Next, coleslaw. Carrot has 6 pieces, cabbage has 2 pieces, and mayonnaise has 2 packet and 2 kg. Total cost per week for coleslaw is 39 ringgit and 10 cents, and total cost per day for coleslaw is 7 ringgit and 82 cents. And for the total cost per month for the coleslaw is 7 ringgit and 82 cents multiplied by 26, and we get 203 ringgit and 32 cents. French fries have 2 packets per week, and the total cost per week for French fries is, the price of a French fries is 10 ringgit and 99 cents multiplied by 2, and we can get 21 ringgit and 98 cents. The total cost per day for French fry is 4 ringgit and 40 cents, and the total cost per month for French fry is 4 ringgit 40 cents multiplied by 26 days, we get 114.40 cents. And the total cost we get is 728 ringgit, and the total sales we get 10,842, and the total profit we get is 3,608.80 cents.
Next, we move to the determination of selling price. Santai Restaurant is a brand of Western food restaurant owned by Uncle Zack. This sole proprietorship, the cost of its product is solely determined by Uncle Zack himself. For the chicken having to pay every 5 days Rm 66 ringgit, in a day he pays Rm 13.20 for the chicken. Therefore, with the assumption of at least Rm 3 for 1 pieces of the chicken, the purchase of this chicken stock is purchased after only when the stock is depleted. This is due to the current uncertain situation as a result of this pandemic affecting his business. The formula for determination of selling price is monthly cost divided by per month divided by per dish. Firstly, chicken, which is 44 cents. Secondly, rice is 9 cents. Third, coleslaw, which is 26 cents. And lastly, French fries, which is 15 cents. Next, we move to the break-even sales in RM, which is we have to use contribution margin ratio. Firstly, sales minus variable cost, which is RM 10,842 ringgit minus by RM 2,648 ringgit and 90 cents. And then we get RM 8,193 ringgit and 40 cents. And the answer we have to divide by sales and multiply to 100. And then we got the answer is 75%. And then for the break-even sales, we have to divide the fixed cost by the contribution margin ratio, which is RM 9,630 ringgit and 95 cents divided by 75%, and then we get RM 12,841 ringgit and 13 cents. Next, we move to the break-even sales in unit, which is we have to use the unit contribution margin. Firstly, sales minus variable cost, which is RM 10,842 ringgit minus by RM 25,484 ringgit, and we get the answer, which is RM 8,294 ringgit. And then the answer we have to use to get the unit contribution margin. which is Rm 8,294 ringgit, divided by 780 unit. And then we get the answer, which is 10 ringgit and 63 per unit. And then the break-even sales in unit, we have to divide Rm 9,630 ringgit and 85 cents divided by Rm 10 ringgit and 63 cents. And lastly, we get the answer, which is 906 unit. Next, we move to the volume of sales determination. The target profit for 3 months is Rm 4,000. Based on the formula, we have to add the target profit with the fixed cost and divide by unit contribution margin, which is Rm 9,630 ringgit and 85 cents, add with Rm 4,000 and divide by 10 ringgit and 63 cents. And then we get the answer for volume of sales determination, which is Rm 1,282 ringgit and 30 unit of sales. Now we reach at the projected financial statements for 3 months. First, we go to the cost of goods manufactured. Firstly, there is no beginning and ending direct materials inventory, because they purchase it every month and use all of them. The direct material purchase for 3 months is 2,184 ringgit and available for use, which is 2,184 ringgit. So, since there is no ending direct material, so the cost of direct material use is also 2,184 ringgit. And then we have to add the direct labor for 3 months, which is Rm 5,460 ringgit. And then we get the answer, which is 7,644 ringgit. Then we have to add the manufacturing overhead. Firstly, for the depreciation frying pan for 3 months is 504 ringgit. Secondly, depreciation of 6 stove burner for 3 months is 9,000. Third, depreciation of freezer for 3 months, which is 3,177 ringgit and 75 cents. Then utility cost, which is rent, water bill, electricity bill for 3 months, which is 15,000. Oil for 3 months, which is 390 ringgit. Maintenance cost, which is gas for 3 months, is 820 ringgit and 80 cents. Black pepper sauce for 3 months, which is 45 ringgit. Sugar for 3 months, which is 85 ringgit and 50 cents. Eggs for 3 months, which is 85 ringgit and 50 cents. And lastly, for mixed vegetables, which is Rm 85 ringgit and 80 cents. And then the total for manufacturing overhead is, the total of manufacturing overhead is 29,194 ringgit and 35 cents. And for the total manufacturing cost incurred, we have to add for all of them. And the answer we get is 36,838 ringgit and 35 cents. And also, we get the same answer for the cost of goods manufactured. Next, we move to the statement of profit or loss and comprehensive incomes for the months ended 28 February 2021. Firstly, for the sales for the 3 months is 32,526 ringgit. We have to minus with the cost of goods sold, which is Rm 36,838 ringgit and 35 cents. And the answer we get for the gross profit, which is 4,312 ringgit and 35 cents. Then the gross profit we have to minus with the operating expenses, which is packaging, which is the price is 150 ringgit. And the answer we get for the net income, which is loss for 4,162 ringgit and 35 cents. The reason we get the loss for the net income is because the cost is higher than the sales.
In conclusion, From this project, we have learned how managerial accounting is applied in daily life. Through the assignment, it is clearly shown that something must be organized very well to make sure our project is well prepared. Starting from the interview season, we have to get information about business that we choose until the data is interpreted by us. Through this process, all cooperation from group members is all we need. There are many benefits and new information that we get from this assignment. For example, through the calculation part, we know that a manager should have knowledge to determine the selling price of a product. This is to make sure their business running well. It is normal to face a little profit and sometimes loss, but the important thing is how to make sure the business can stay operating consistently. Sometimes manager has to look and follow the consumer's demand and the market price. Moving to the next part, we learn that the business needs to have their report sales every month. This is because they need to know the business current performance and need to arrange their strategy to expand it to become better. And lastly, we want to thanks to all who included in this project directly or indirectly. We also feel very thankful because the owner of Santai Restaurant give full cooperation throughout this project. Special thanks also to our supportive lecturer, Madam MASANITA, who also give guidelines and information to complete this assignment. Thank you.